Hello class, I'm Zia and I believe teachers play an important part in transforming society as they are responsible for students who are the future minds of our globalized world. Therefore, my teaching philosophy will align with Nelson Mandela, who argued education is a powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I believe being a teacher means you will have a great impact on how your students will perceive life as well as educating them on curriculum to create greater success in their future lives. This is supported by John Dewey, who stated, "Education is social process. Education is growth. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself." I believe that to become an effective educator, you must have a framework and know how you would put this into practice, which means you need to have set ideas and beliefs that are based on becoming an effective educator. As an educator, I will influence my students to be open-minded and respectful when it comes to social and cultural norms, and educate them that everyone is heterogeneous, even though society portrays otherwise. This is supported by Gandhi, who states, "If we want to reach real peace in the world, we should start educating children." Therefore, as a teacher, I will take my role responsibly and professionally to cater for all diverse learners by providing and welcoming different cultures, gender, class, ethnicity, and ability. This will be achieved by learning and exploring different cultures and ethnicities each week whilst rejecting tokenism. Therefore, as an educator, I will reject mythical norms by not conforming to society's expectations related to class and gender. I will enforce an inclusive environment where class is not evident by treating my students equally and not making biased assumptions based on predetermined ideas. This aligns with the philosophy of Pierre Bourdieu's related to cultural capital. Consequently, I will reject gender ideologies and make sure both sexes are treated equally. I will do this by making sure the resources and activities aren't based on gender. I believe if I use these ideas and strategies, it will be a step towards achieving my class dream. As a future teacher, my pedagogy will involve building a caring environment for my students, where everyone in my class will care for one another. This will lead to them feeling comfortable and safe at school, which will allow them to engage with their learning. This is in line with Nell Nodding's philosophy, which suggests that caring is the very bedrock of all successful education. I will achieve a caring classroom by modeling it and taking time to understand my students' identities and involve it in my teaching. I will create a classroom where I will involve student-centered pedagogy. I will give them activities where they have some guidance but are able to create their own learning. This will allow them to be reliant on active learning rather than passive, but also gives them responsibility for their own learning. As suggested by Albert Einstein, who states, "I never teach my pupils, I only provide the conditions in which they can learn." This supports my belief in student-centered pedagogy. In my classroom, I will incorporate both traditional and transformative text, so I can create a classroom where students can feel included, valued, and celebrated. I can see myself as an agent of transformation as I will recognize that meanings are produced, but they can also change. This means understanding that groups are not homogeneous but heterogeneous. Although mythical norms deny and devalue diversity, I will model this in the classroom and incorporate this in class activities so that I can create an environment that includes and welcomes diversity. This can be linked with Gandhi, who believes education is about social change and developing independence for everyone. If we are to teach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. I believe that guided by my philosophy, I will be able to give hope to education. As Henry Giroux stated, hope as a form of militant utopianism is one of the preconditions of individual and social struggle. The ongoing practice of critical education in a wide variety of sites, the attempt to make a difference by being able to imagine, otherwise in order to act in other ways. I believe that my philosophy will have some influence on society, as I will keep in mind that Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." Thank you for listening to my presentation.